just to begin with this, I think it would be a bit unfair if we were to simply just dive in without giving people a bit of info um, regarding what we're going to be discussing, and that all basically starts with, for people that do not, or let me say, are people that do know that there's something that is called social media. They don't exactly know how. They know that social media exists. They know that you need to post on social media. They know that, they know that social media exists. They see people posting on social media, but uh, they do not exactly know what they need to actually do on the platforms. And
Yeah.
since we're going to be trying to get into the brands aspect of it, um, what would you say on your side is social media, and especially the role that it plays for brands or for businesses?
So I would say overall social media, the usual apps, the common apps, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, even something like WhatsApp. WhatsApp, not so much because you can't really use WhatsApp as a form of advertising. But basically, social media to me and to anybody who works in the industry, social media is the cheapest form of marketing. So it's compared to other forms of marketing, it's a different type of digital marketing, and it's a whole different ball game in social media. So to put it in terms that people who have social media would know, when you go on Instagram or Facebook, or even Twitter, LinkedIn, sometimes you see something that comes up when you're scrolling through your stories that says promoted. It's a story or a post that says promoted. That is something that social media managers are in charge of. Um, Basically, making sure that these ads reach target audiences that the brand needs it to reach. So, for example, if you are a 34-year-old male living in Johannesburg and you have a corporate job in F&B, um, that would mean you make part of the demographic or target audience for somebody who is looking to invest, an investment company, for example. So as the social media management team for an investment company, it would be our responsibility to bear and then go onto these apps, the background of it, not as a content consumer, like I say, more of a content creator, and basically get these adverts out to you. So these are sponsored posts, they're promoted posts. They have various different functions. Some of them are just for reach so that people can understand what your brand is, who you are, like what your company stands for, those kinds of things. And then on the other side, they are generating leads. So if you see something you're interested in, are you going to click sign up here and then fill in your details and then have somebody contact you about that? So you get different types of marketing, and like sometimes you get these like SMS marketing, for example, email marketing. So I'll just use SMS marketing as an example. Sometimes a life insurance, you get an SMS saying, get covered today, life insurance or a funeral policy, and it says click yes to opt in and stop to opt out. And then that would be something where you're generating leads, because as the minute you click yes, somebody's calling you to talk about it. So with social media, it's a little bit different because you fill in a form online or sign up, or it'll take you directly to their website where it has a contact us sheet. And then that would be where the company has a first point of contact. Not necessarily first point, but first actual face-to-face or over the phone conversation with you. But social media is, to put it plainly, the cheapest form of marketing. And I would say it's quite effective, especially with the rise of social media usage and people becoming more dependent on social media to find brands and companies and things that they need. So, yeah.
Okay, you found the best way to put it, and on my side, I couldn't have put it the way that you did. And you mentioned something which I fully agree with, which is social media is the cheapest form of marketing. And that is one of the reasons I'm saying you've put it in a way that I couldn't have thought of. Because that's true. It's it's
Yeah.
it's it is the cheapest compared to your
Traditional
billboards,
marketing.
to your billboards. Yeah, um,
Hmm.
it's quite cheap
It is.
because what you spend on television and what you if you take that same amount and put it into social media, you know. But this side, there's just a lot that is not guaranteed. So I think you,
Yes.
which is when you got to the point where you fill out a form,
Hmm.
you get, that goes back to this side. There is some sort of a you can be able to track what you the investment that you make. This side you
Yes.
cannot exactly track it, you know.
100%. It's
So
just an estimate. Like a billboard on a highway would be, okay, 40,000 cars pass here every morning. That's how many people are going to see it. But what's the actual metrics that you're using to track that progress? Don't get me wrong, like social media goes hand in hand with a lot of other marketing um, techniques or tools. I think that it has to go hand in hand with traditional marketing, like newspapers and stuff like that, because there are people who don't have access to social media. But it is definitely a cheaper alternative, but also an alternative where you can track and keep a record of what you're actually posting, um, and the reach that it has. But definitely, yeah, I would say it is the cheapest form of marketing.
yeah, that is really true. Um, and on my side, I think it's one of the most favorite forms of marketing
Hmm.
due to what it can actually do for you, And
Yeah.
yeah, and at the very same time, um, as social media is actually constantly evolving, and what may work on one platform, it actually doesn't work on the other one, you know.